Now, Chinese President Xi Jinping is in Hungary, the last stop in his first Europe trip in 5 years.
Well, the 6-day trip is being seen as an opportunity for Xi Jinping to charm the continent and its people at a time of global tensions. But at the same time, it is also being feared as a way for China to sow divisions as Xi tries to create a wedge between the West and the US.
Now, all three nations Xi visited in his tour, that's France, Serbia and Hungary, gave him a red carpet welcome. Xi Jinping received warm gifts. People were also out on the streets to see him.
Xi Jinping's visit comes at a time when tensions are growing between China and the European Union nations, as Xi Jinping made a move to re-engage with the continent. He chose to visit France, that is a traditional European centre, but his other stops, Serbia and Hungary, are the two nations with autocratic leaders seen as China-friendly and also close to Russian President Putin.
In France, Xi Jinping and Macron shared some personal gestures. In meeting with Macron and EU chief Ursula von der Leyen, the focus remained on trade and Ukraine. However, Xi Jinping didn't budge on his stance on Russia, nor did he significantly tilt the existing balance of trade in Europe's favour.
In Serbia, Xi Jinping's visit coincided with the 25th anniversary of NATO's mistargeted bombing of the Chinese embassy in Belgrade. Xi Jinping and his Serbian counterpart Alexander Vucic signed 29 agreements on cooperation in multiple theatres. Both leaders also pledged to follow a vision of a shared future.
And in Hungary, Xi Jinping offered warm praise for Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Orban has resisted EU sanctions against Moscow and abstained from providing military support to Kyiv. Xi Jinping is scheduled to meet Orban later in the day, with the war in Ukraine and infrastructure projects high on the agenda. While other EU nations are trying to reduce dependence on Beijing, Hungary and Serbia are increasing their engagement.
Both nations are also part of an agreement with Beijing to modernize the railway between their capitals of Budapest and Belgrade. And this agreement is part of the Belt and Road plan to connect with a Chinese-controlled port in Greece as an entry point for Chinese goods to Central and Eastern Europe.